all right, guys. Welcome to Serious Tejano. We are here today, guys. I know we had a little mishap last week, but it's all right. When you're live and you set up things, things happen. Again, to everybody that was able to watch yesterday's live with our other guests, Mary and everybody elite, Tejano Talk with Mr. Ernie Gonzalez from Grupo Alimo. Thank you guys so much. But today, guys, today we have Mr. Greg Ramirez and Klazz. Um, I know a lot of people might say Klazz, all this. It's okay because I think he said they've been used to that. So it's all good. It's all good. However, you guys feel comfortable to say that, you're welcome to. Again, I'm not gonna let the guys wait any longer. Again, thank you guys, everybody that's tuning in this beautiful Wednesday. I know we usually do interviews Thursday, but we got it on Wednesday, so stay locked in. We're gonna go ahead and introduce Mr. Greg Ramirez and Klazz. Again, welcome, guys. Saludos. Thank you for being here at Serious Tejano.
Hi. Thanks for
Hello, how
having
you
us.
doing?
Yes, yes. Thank you guys again. Like I said, you guys are always welcome here. I love meeting new people. Again, Mr. Greg, saludos. Thank you for being here.
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am. Thank you.
I'll let you take the floor and kind of say a little bit about you guys right now.
So, how y'all doing out there? Of course, my name is Greg Ramirez with Greg Ramirez in Class. This is Mr. John Anthony Vega. He's also our engineer for our Red Room Records label and our recording studio, of course. Um, we just, we've been around for a long time. I want to tell you, I know there's some people that said, "Well, how long have y'all been around?" I said, "Well, we have." And I don't and they'll tell my age, but uh, you know, about 40 plus years. we've been around for a long time. We took a long break, maybe about a 10-year break. I believe that's what we always say, right? I mean, because I think that's what it comes down to.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a 10-year break, and we got out of the music business for a little while. Um, we decided to make a internet radio station. That's how we actually got back into the music. We did that for a while,
Mhm.
and then we decided, hey, you know what? Let's make a recording studio, and we did. And then we said, let's go ahead and make a record label, and we did. And then we got bands under us and stuff, and under our label, and just started taking it from there. And I said, you know what? And I told my cousin Anthony, I said, we used to play a lot a long time ago. We might as well go ahead and start trying to play again,
Yes.
and start putting out music and stuff like that, and see if people will take to it. I mean, that's all.
Mhm.
Even if people wouldn't take to it, we're still going to put out music regardless. I mean, we have our own recording studio, we have our own record label, so why not? Why
Yes,
not? We
definitely.
love music; it's what we do, and I mean, we want to showcase us as well.
Awesome, awesome. Sometimes they say the music just lives within you, regardless if you get like put yourself on a break or do whatever it is that you're doing. You always end up coming back to what you love the most, and
Yes.
That's right.
this shows it. Again, Mr. Anthony, you want to talk a little bit about how you guys kind of reeled in about doing the studio and stuff like that? Because I think you're more in charge of that, right?
Yeah, I take care of all the electronics and the computers and the board and uh, MIDI control stuff like that, amps and anything else
I
that we
think
use
I lost you
outboard.
guys.
I'm sorry. Hello.
Okay,
Hello.
can you hear
Can you hear
us?
us?
We're too loud,
Are we too loud?
ma'am. Can you hear us?
She says,
Oh, it
"Hello."
says I can't hear you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello. Can you see us?
something happened. Something happened.
Sorry, guys. I think I lost their audio. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
It's on her side.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yep.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Nope.
Can you guys?
I'm checking.
I don't hear any audio.
Huh.
Hmm.
We're checking now.
Let me see. Give me 1 second, guys.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah, it says we've got audio coming out.
Yeah, I think it's on her side.
All right. I think I got you guys back,
You got
right?
it?
Can you hear us?
Yes, definitely hear you guys now.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
good,
okay,
good, good, good.
okay.
Yes.
Um, yeah,
Sorry, guys. When you're
That's all
live,
right.
things happen.
That's the thing of technology, right? I mean, we run into stuff like that. That's just the way it is.
trust me, it happens.
Yes.
We have to deal with that all the time. So,
Yes.
but yeah, as far as everything goes, I pretty much take control or keep everything up and running as far as
Mhm.
the mixer and boards and MIDI controls and everything else. But we're cousins, first cousins.
Wow.
So we've been in the original group together, Klazz, and that was back in the late 80s, early 90s. And we've just kind of been going. Like he said, we took a 10-year break for a while and we decided to come back. The fun part is really dealing with other artists that come in
Mhm.
and listening to everything that they're able to create. There are some amazing artists out there that have never been heard of or have such amazing ideas. And to hear them come into the studio and it'd be like, hey, I want to do an original.
Yes.
And, we kind of look at them like, oh, okay, well, we got to lay these parts down. And we hear the first few bars of a song and it's just amazing to hear what these people can come up with and the music that's out there. It's phenomenal that a lot of it hasn't been touched or heard properly, and we like to give people an outlet for that.
Yes.
So the studio that we created was more of giving people a foot in the door and
Mhm.
letting them finally make a small mark. Let it be a mark, but it's a small one to
Mhm.
get a leadway in there and let people hear what they can do and just grow from there. I mean, we've signed several artists that you wouldn't think to when it's like you hear the name and it's like, well, I've never heard of that person, but you hear what they can do and it's phenomenal. And we start releasing their music, and next thing you know, they start making it on the charts, and little by
Yes.
little, people start hearing them, and we get word of mouth and want to come back and record more, and it's just a fun process. Greg is the one that produces 90% of most of the music that comes out of here. I'm the ears and the tech side of things. So,
And don't let
uh,
him be so humble. He's the engineer. He's the one that mixes and masters all the product that comes out here. So he does
well,
a phenomenal job.
I appreciate that. But like I said, artists come in and we hear what they can do, and we just are in awe. And so the more we get to promote that and to promote and produce and just put that out there for the world, I
Mhm.
think is a really good thing. We love music.
Yes, I appreciate you guys. I know a lot of people that have run through you guys and stuff like that, where you've done work for. Appreciate it as well. It's hard to find studios that allow that. There's a
Yes,
lot of red tapes, a lot of this and a lot of that, doors closed and stuff like that. But you guys are doing a good thing about it, and I love that you guys are part of the music as well and doing it because you don't get many of those. Usually they're just kind of behind the scenes, just mixing, being in the studio, and that's all they do. But they didn't know how the process actually went. Besides what they do, right? So
yes,
that's really good to have in the studio as a producer, a mixer, engineer, whatever. To have somebody that can connect with you in a different level makes it a lot better, so
yes,
much worth it.
yes, ma'am. That's true.
We really
That's true.
find a lot of joy in doing it, and we hope the music that comes out of the studio is enjoyable to everyone else as well. We see that a lot of people seem to tune in and listen for a lot of it,
Yeah,
especially a lot of the new releases. So we're really proud of that, and we're really proud of being able to make our mark and giving this back to everyone out there. But our whole passion kind of started when we were kids,
Yeah.
and it just kind of grew from there. And you know, school and um, just people we met, uncles, aunts, anyone who would play something.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of picked it up. Greg's learned multiple instruments, what trumpet, accordion, keyboards, maybe even a little drum and stuff. But you know, you know,
I can the pots and the pans.
there you
I
go. We can bang the heck out of them if we want to. But no, we really appreciate what the opportunity that everyone's kind of given to the studio as well as to the musicians that come through. So
Yes.
we thank you very much for having us on and for having the other artists that come through here as well. I hope you um, know that without y'all, we couldn't do a lot of what we're doing because you guys are the ones that are actually bringing the attention
Yes.
to the public.
Mhm.
And without that, we'd kind of still be stuck where you release a song and you're kind of waiting for people to hear it.
Yes.
Um, so, yes, we definitely
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
everything you guys have
yeah.
done for us.
Yeah, yeah, and I commend a lot of the artists and more the fans. To be honest, the fans have a big part of it. Even on our radio or DJs or anything, if you don't have a fan's attention, you won't have nobody's attention. So the
Correct.
fans really make who we are. It's because of the fans they are able to listen to us, and it's because of you artists we're able to play music. So there's a circle to it, and you know what whatever you guys keep doing it. uh, Nobody could ever tell you otherwise besides you loving what you do. A
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of
Right.
people always say, "Oh, well, you're doing it for the wrong reason." This is not. How do you know? How do you know this is not something it's within me? This is what I wanted to do. This is my journey. This is my commitment, my goals to it. Nobody can stop you from something that you love to do because only you know what's the best thing for you.
Correct.
So
Definitely.
Correct.
Correct.
keep doing what you guys are doing. Again, I know you guys have been in the music. I think even before I was born because
Yeah.
I think I read Mr. Greg's thing and I was all like, hey, I was born that year.
Yeah.
So yes, I mean, I asked this to everybody that's been in the industry for a while. How do you feel how it's been from when you guys started and or were in the music industry at when it what they call it the hype and the whole the Tejano was Tejano and stuff like that. How much have you feel like it has changed from that to now?
Yeah, so I know for sure that now getting back into it and stuff and getting back into the business side of it, I know it's changed a lot, that's for sure. Back then you used to have to do your own, and people still do that, but I'm saying like more promoting. We used to put out flyers on the post and poles and go to every store, and go, then you have to go to every town and do the same thing, and go to surrounding areas. And now, if you were playing in San Antonio, you would have to start from Gonzales, going out to different areas, trying to put out. Hey, we're playing in San Antonio, I mean, so on and that aspect, it's changed a lot. Where you don't have to do really that anymore. So much. I know people still do it. They'll go. I'll see some flyers over here at the store and stuff. Some big promoter that put up that Intocable, or somebody's coming over here to Gonzales at the JB Wells Arena
Yeah.
or something. Stuff like that, and that's understandable. But a lot of it's done, now on social media, of course, and that's how the word gets out. So there's been a big difference on that aspect of it.
Hmm.
The other part about it that I know the music is evolving. There's a lot of new artists that are coming out with a new sound and stuff, and I like that. I like that. We shouldn't have to stay old school. No,
Yeah.
we shouldn't. We shouldn't have to. So I commend a lot of those artists coming in brand new with a good new sound that are coming in. Hey, that sounds like Tejano, but is it Tejano or is it not? Hey, if you say it's Tejano, it's a new wave of Tejano coming out.
Hmm.
That people need to grasp as well. It's not just the old school type, just you know what I'm talking about. It's just
Yes,
you
definitely.
know it's just different. It's hard to explain, but it's different. And but no, but I do commend that. In that aspect, I'm saying we have to try to evolve ourselves because I'm not saying que somos viejitos, pero somos viejitos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so we have to evolve to the new sound as well. So what I try to do in my music, or in our music, I should say, I try to produce songs that have a little touch of old school inside of it with some new stuff in it.
Okay.
I try to stay in there so I can come to a medium,
Okay.
right? Yeah, yeah. And so as far as on this Solo Contigo song, you
Mhm.
can hear that. You can hear that. You can hear the old with the kind of the new in there intermingling. I really think that that's going to be the new aspect for Grupo Klazz, the sound. Yes, we have our old sound that we used to have, back when we used to record for Balboa Records. Man, back in, what was it, 90? No, no,
One,
no, no. Was it 91 or something like that?
or was it
Something like that.
89?
89 and 91, something like that. Yeah, somewhere in them 19 areas. You know what I mean? But here,
I was a kid.
but that was an old school sound. So in that album, we had a couple of number one hits on that album. It was pretty good. That album did good for us. Um, but that's the year, that's the era where everything started like kind of dissolving a little bit, not evolving, but dissolving.
Mhm.
I think a lot of us. Well, I know me for one. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. For me, one, I kind of got burned out of the road. You
Mhm.
know, playing, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday, and just then having to go to school, and then having to come, go to work, and then coming to, playing again. It really just took away a lot from the family. It took away a lot from different things. After doing that for like, what was it? 30 something years, whatever, you
I
know,
can't remember.
yeah, something like that. It really burned us out. It burned me out. So I had to take a long break.
Yeah.
But going back to what I was saying, getting that old school sound with a new school sound and intermingling them, as you can hear it on Solo Contigo, it's working out for us. For us, that's and so for now, I'm not gonna say for now on, but for the next couple of songs that we have coming out that's gonna happen, um, you're gonna hear that. You're gonna hear that type of sound coming out of our music, and it's really I'm gonna say it's really like a plus for us. You know what I mean? To be
Yes.
able to bring out both eras to the
Mhm.
people. Okay,
Yes.
you see what I'm saying? We
Yes.
have I say we have an advantage because we get to bring out old school mingled in with new school and let the people hear it. So,
Yes.
you know,
And thank you for putting that out there. I love hearing kind of like the stories, especially for people that've been there and were there before any of these new artists, what we call now, right?
yes,
To
ma'am.
know the obstacles you guys have had to go through,
Yes, ma'am.
and for you to even still be in the game and still doing music and can keep up, well, not, let's not say keep up, but to keep making music and try to fit in what
Yes,
they say, right? But I still feel like you can still use what you did then to now, because all you have to change is little tweaks here and there.
ma'am.
And I've heard some music. Oh, I had this since just put away, and it was already getting played, kind of like in the style that it is now. And they come out with it, and it's like boom, it takes off.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
some people just kind of stayed neutral to the style. It
Yes, ma'am.
has changed. It has. I don't say much about it, but yes, it does. It
Mhm.
is changed, but there's still that keyboard, the little tweak on the drum
Yep.
part, and as long as they're still there, and you can, it's there's great music out there, like Anthony said, great music out there, especially some of these people. You're like, man, like, why are you not getting opportunities? Why are you not out there here?
Yeah.
there is so many. I'm like, I wish people could just like
Yeah.
snap out of it. Like, guys, there's so much music out there. Like, there's great artists out there, great
I,
performers,
I
great
know.
performers out there, and I just wish sometimes they would, you know, showcase them,
Yes.
put them out there, you know, give them, I mean, some type of compensation, but at least give them the spotlight. Let them prove themselves.
Yep.
That's the only way we'll be able to keep going forward.
This is
That's
If we
right.
true.
don't do that, we can't. We're never gonna move from this. What I call this time travel type of thing. What we say, right? Because we're stuck back then, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we got to move on to a little bit what's going on now, and what you guys are doing. I mean, your style is still there. Your style is still what you were, but a little bit what it is now. So it's working for you, and you know, great job for
Thank
everybody that puts their time to it. I mean, I
And
know, like you said, you guys probably spend a lot more time in the studio than you actually do at home.
oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. We're here. Well, I'm here till about 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Then I go inside, but then I have to work the next day because I work. I'm a teacher slash, well, I was a teacher slash coach, but still I work for the school now still.
Hmm.
And it's like, I gotta get up. I gotta get up. It's early in the morning, but I gotta get up. And I don't get maybe about 3 or 4 hours of sleep. But like I tell everybody, quería ser músico. That's what you want
Yeah.
to do. That's what you
Yeah.
want to
The
do.
consequences, the consequences.
Yeah, and Anthony stays here late as well. We have, like I said, we have other artists under our label, so we're mixing and mastering stuff for them. Maybe adding some stuff, adding something on the keys for other tracks that we need to do that
Hmm.
maybe it's lacking a little bit or whatever. We just try to build those up. We try to build them up. You know, we always say, we always take care of our artists first before we take care of ourselves, and that's just our motto here. For Red Room Records, of course, we do that. We don't ever concentrate just on us. You know what I mean? And that's never been one of our things that we like to do is, okay. Oh, we have a record label, we have a recording studio, so we're just gonna go ahead and just concentrate on us, and we're gonna leave our artists in the back. We don't do that.
Yes.
We just can't. We were both brought up like that. We always put everybody else first, and we put ourselves, second. Of course, and it just makes sense. Hey, they trust us with their music.
Hmm.
They trust it. They entrust us with their with a label. So hey, why not? We have to. It's an obligation that we have come to agreement with them. So I'm not gonna put that in the back burner for them. So we do that a lot. And another thing we like to do is we like to get young people, right? We like to
Hmm.
get the younger generation. Anytime we hear or anytime we see, a young person trying to break out or trying to make it, we offer them our services here. I mean, of course it's a business, so I mean, we can't do it for free. But the thing about it is that we're not going to say, well, we just can't get you, you're not ready yet, or whatever.
Hmm.
No, we want to help you. We want to help these younger generations. Come and record, put yourself out there, start building yourself up, and that's what we do. That's what we like to do here. We
Yes.
like to help our younger crowd, because if we don't help our younger people, then it's gonna just
And
we're in it for the wrong reasons. And I
Yes.
think, because we're not gonna be here for a long, long, long time. After us, somebody has to do it.
Yeah. Well,
So yeah.
since we're already talking about that, is there a contact way to contact you guys? I know, like you said, you guys do work with a lot of the artists that are probably already put music out there, but like you guys are open to take on other artists that are about to start their career, or at least get in a studio where like they're not just recording from home. I know a lot you can do a lot at home because there's so many apps, there's so many things and
yes,
stuff like that. But to be in there's there's a difference from recording from home and recording in the studio. The
Right.
yes,
studio, for some reason, is just the quality, I guess. The quality that is in there is what represents your music or your sound a lot better.
Correct. Correct.
There's nothing wrong to record at home, but I I don't want to like kind of put anybody out there because I know I've heard music that you could tell it's done at home or from a computer, just
Yeah.
off of a mixer or whatever. But guys, like, to be honest, sometimes that's the music. You can have the greatest song, greatest lyrics out there, but if your stuff is not mixed and mastered the right way, nobody's gonna take it on. I'm telling you, like, we've heard music like, man, this is so good, but oh, the quality is just
Quality.
so echoey. It sounds like you're in a dorm room with the like it's
Yes.
bad. It's bad, and
And that's absolutely correct. I mean, and that's why we try to have an outlet for these, young ones, or whoever. It don't matter. You don't have to be young. I mean, it doesn't matter. Whoever doesn't have access, you know what I mean? If you do, because those home kind of recordings like that, those are good for demos and stuff like that you want to go show a record label, or you just want to show somebody, whatever, hey, this is a song I did, or whatever the case may be. But yes, but if you want the quality of quality, yes, you have to come to a recording studio, that's established, that has already, the capability of giving you a radio recording. What do you call it? Radio
Radio
ready.
ready.
Radio ready. That's what you call it. And of course we have that here. That's what we do. That's what we do for artists as well. But the thing about it is, yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with home recordings, like you said. There's nothing wrong with them, but you don't want to put that out on the radio,
yeah,
because you don't know all the aspects to it. You
mm,
just don't. There's a lot of things that go in to that being radio ready.
yes.
We had to learn. I mean, I didn't want to learn a lot of that. He learned it all. You know what I mean? Thank
Yes,
God for my cousin here, because man, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't
yes,
be at this area if it wasn't for him. And I always say that. I mean, it's true.
yes.
He's the one that learned the ins and the outs about it, and he's still learning. We both are. I don't tend to learn that kind of stuff. Want to just do the producing and all that other kind of stuff, music. I don't want to learn that other. It's just, it gets too hectic. That's too high tech for me.
Right. It's crazy. I mean, for you, Mr. Anthony, I mean, pretty sure what you do. I mean, me coming into the kind of doing what I'm doing now. Yes, I will listen to music, and now that I'm part of this, you kind of pay a little bit more close attention to the mix and mastering and the radio play type of music get sent to us through like MP3s or
Yes.
the wave or whatever. But it's crazy because sometimes on certain phones, if that quality is not done right, you can hear it.
You can
Yes.
definitely
Yeah,
hear it.
you can definitely hear it.
Definitely hear it.
And a lot of people don't understand that if you're not it's not done right, like you there could be a DJ playing your music, and I mean they have just playing it off their phone. Oh, it sounds good, but let a DJ that has the actual mixer and everything and it's playing your song, it's not gonna sound that way because
No.
we've experienced that and we're like, it sounded great off the phone, but we put it over here and it's like, whoa, like it's bad.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I hope a lot of people that are on right now. Salutes to everybody that's on. Salutes, welcome in here to Series
Hi. Hello.
Casino
Hello.
with Mr. Greg and Mr. Anthony, getting to know a little bit of what they do and the music that they're putting out there. Hey, you guys have some recording studio time. Want to reach out to somebody? Reach out to these guys, Red Room Records. You want to tell them where it's at, how they can
Yeah.
contact you guys?
Sure. You can go to our website, www.redroomrecords.com, or you can reach us at ramirezrecording@gmail.com. And you can also reach us on cell 830.
445 1182.
I,
830 445 1182.
I can never remember that. I don't know.
I
But-
can only remember because it's my phone number.
Yeah,
That's
well,
it.
Right.
But,
But
but
that's it.
yeah, or you can reach us on Facebook. Message us on Red Room Records. Yeah.
Red
you
Room,
can- you
okay.
can
With a
reach us
Z.
there. Yeah.
Records with a
Z.
Z,
Yeah.
not a S.
Yes. Okay, guys. So you guys heard that. I hope. I mean, you guys want to mention some of the names that you might have in there, or is it like no, we don't want to say, or
Oh, you mean some of our artists?
yeah, the artist, so they can know
Oh,
who kind of
yes.
Yeah,
what.
we
Yeah.
right now we currently have
Magnifico Siete.
yes, Magnifico Siete. We have La Musica, live variety band. We also have Joe Caballero, um,
And Roger V.
Roger V, and we also have on the countryside
Gabe
Tequila
Gallardo.
Black. Yeah, Gabe
Yeah.
Gallardo, Tequila Black, and so we're not just trying to lock ourselves into strictly Tejano. We do other
Genres.
genres as well. That's we have country. We had at one point we had a rock group that was really amazing. Um, and they're actually out on their own right now, and they're doing their own thing. But Prohibited, right? That
Yeah.
was the guys. Yeah, Prohibited, and great guys. But yeah, so it's don't think it's just the Hano. We'll record pretty much anything you want to record,
Yeah.
even voiceover books if you
There's
guys,
no boundaries here.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no
I'll even record a commercial for you if you
boundaries.
want me to.
Yeah, we'll do. Hey, we can. Yeah, and that's a good thing that you said that because yeah, I mean, if you want to do commercials here, anything for commercials, we do overdubbing as well. Even some movie stuff. If you need some movie
Yes,
stuff done, we can do that here too as well. We have the capability for everything that a big big recording studio has, you know what I mean, and it's just we invested a lot of money in order to have what we have, in order to give you the quality that you want, that
Yes,
the artist wants.
yeah,
So because that's that when it comes down to it, that's what it ends up being. Whatever the artist wants, it's up to them. They'll love the sound. I can guarantee you that. But if you want something tweaked or whatever like that because your ear hears it, well then that's fine. That's what we do. But here's the thing, right? Since we've been in the business for a long time, we like to give our opinion as well to the artists. We'll tell
mhm,
them, "Hey, I don't think that will go
that's gonna work at
there,
that
or
spot, yeah.
that tweaking will go there, or whatever the case." I
Or
mean,
add
we're
this.
always yes, we're always trying to help.
awesome.
And that's what we do.
That's good to know, because not a lot of people, they'll tell you, but they're like, well, whatever you want to, run through it, whatever you want to do, we'll give you whatever you want, right? It's good to have like a mentor, like just say mentor, to kind of guide you through it, especially when you're just starting off. It's, I could see it within you guys. You guys really know what you guys want and what you guys are doing. Um, Having these guys that you just mentioned, I mean, Magnifico Siete, they've came out with some amazing music,
Yes,
Yeah.
and knowing that you guys are behind that, man, props to you guys. I've
Thank
been
you.
following, yeah,
No.
I've been following Magnifico Siete for a while. You know, I know that a lot of people say, oh, pues se oye como la fiebre, la excelencia, and yes, they do, but their music is great. Listen to the quality, like
Yeah.
they put really good music. I mean, the guys don't go wrong with what they're putting. If you, I can't pinpoint which songs you guys have worked with, but the music that they have, you could. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could tell because there's a little bit of a difference,
Yes.
but you guys have done great job with what you've done with them. If I'm correct with some of the songs that I think that
yes,
you guys,
Yes.
um,
yes.
I
you
mean,
know Magnifico Siete has always been with us in this whole journey, if you want to call it, because actually the lead singer Leroy Camarillo, he used to be my singer for Grupo Klazz
wow,
for the 20 years, that 25 years that that we were hitting it, and then of course that's when we took our break and he went on his own and he created
Hey, Norma.
Adelante, and then Magnifico Siete. So it was we have a lot in common because we played together for so many years, what I mean.
hmm,
And so there's going to be some things that sound the same with them,
hmm,
with my music and their music. Leroy does a good job as on knowing what he wants, and
yes,
that's a good quality that Leroy Camarillo has for Magnifico Siete. He knows what he wants to put out. He knows how he wants it to go, and and so we all do that for him here. And that's a good quality he has. there. And he's going to be in here in the studio next Monday. So he's coming in to record another release, and
A new
I can't
hit.
tell you too much about that, but it's gonna be a good song too.
Yes, the song that you guys we have for you guys, "Solo Contigo." Just the keyboards itself, I was like, who is it? Is it them or is it? And I found out it was you guys. I was like,
Yes,
oh, okay, yeah,
yeah.
that's
Now
what
you
you
can,
pick up right away is the keyboards.
yeah, you can tell that you can kind of tell that we've been together for a while.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But
Yes.
the good thing about it, I know a lot of people say, well, they sound like La Mafia and stuff like that and everything,
Hmm.
but it's all original music. It's not. We're not. They don't play.
Live they do, but
Live they'll play Mafia Excellence or whatever like that.
Hmm.
But the original music that they play is original music.
Yeah.
It might sound like Mafia, but it's not taken from them. It's stuff that they've come up with. And what we all come up with. We all help in the situation. So, it works out perfect.
Yes, and like I said, you guys, for the other guys that you've mentioned, I mean, great stuff you guys put out for them, and
I'm pretty.
for the artists that are out there, I don't hesitate, guys. I mean,
Yeah.
these guys are actually telling you they're willing to take you on, they're willing to guide you, they're willing to do this. Those are the ones you want to kind of work with because those are the ones that are actually going to pay attention to you and take the time for you.
Yes.
So for everybody that's out there, go reach out to these guys. If you haven't even listened to their music, go listen to their music. They have great music out there. They have Como te puedo decir. I mean, they have Esta Pasión. I mean, I mean, you guys have great songs out there. Which one's the one you guys can connect to more?
What happened?
which one
I'm
can we connect to more? I think it'd be Solo Contigo.
solo contigo.
It's
Yeah.
more you. It's more you.
Yeah, it's more us right
Yeah.
now
Right now. Yeah.
Hmm.
than some of the older stuff. A lot of the older stuff we still play,
Mhm.
and we're hoping. Well, actually, we are.
Our next release.
Yeah.
Our next release. Let me tell you about our next release real quick. Okay. So our next release is going to be Esta Pasión.
A
Okay.
revamped
It's a
version,
revamp of it. We revamped it.
bringing that old and new
Bringing that
together.
old and new together. Of course, like Anthony said, we went ahead and we rearranged a couple of the wording, so the
Hmm.
lyrics aren't going to be all the same. But we added, since I wrote the song, I can do that. You know what I mean? I'll just
Yes.
can do that. So we have Jimmy Essaya,
Essays.
Essayas from Grupo La Soledad
Okay.
singing with us. So he helped rewrite Esta Pasión a little bit. It'll be a little bit different on there, but the song sounds phenomenal. It's gonna be a great song. I wish I could play you a little clip of it. Uh, we should be releasing it by next week. I'm hoping.
Okay.
Yeah, and please be ready to hear that song. Like I said, it really hits the heart. It's a good song. It's a good, powerful song with, of course, saxes in there, saxes and keyboards, and it's just a good. It's a good song to dance. I would say.
Yes. You know what? I love that you guys. I mean, I'm a big fan when it comes to trumpets, saxophones, you know, uh, all that just does something to the music or to the sound because I mean, you just can't go wrong with that. It's a different feeling. Like I mean, I've heard like La Sombra back in the day, and still till now, and
Yeah.
what La Fiebre does. Who else? I mean, a lot of the band, like Ruin Ramos. I mean, there you just hear that, and it's like it just touches you somehow in some way. And
Mhm.
you guys adding that, what you guys have on y'all's music, I mean, I'm a big fan with that. Like you capture my attention real quick when you use those things. So,
Huh.
I mean, I've heard that, and I'm like, man, I like this. You
Well,
know,
good.
like
Thank
I
you.
said, you can't go wrong with that. Like it just for some reason I think we've mentioned this before with other artists, even like the guys that are doing the tribute to La Mafia, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
ma'am.
Like Loca Pasión.
I love that band. They're a real good band. Uh,
Yes.
the one of the keyboard players is a good friend of ours and stuff, and he's actually also with Magnifico Siete. He plays keyboards for Magnifico Siete as well.
Yes.
He's in here all the time, and we was going over music and stuff like that. But yes, Loca Pasión is a good band as well. Very good.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
I give props to them.
yeah. Props to them, and hearing what I mean, the sax when they. I mean, you just can't take anything from the original music, and just hearing the sax, it's like, oh, now I know why I fell in love with La Mafia back in the day, right? And stuff like that, and like what you guys are doing. I mean, I see that in a lot of people, even the younger generation. They I went to this event, and there was a band that they had like an orchestra, we can say, right? And the young crowd, like they were busy doing something, and they just hear that, and that captured like the Tejano sound right away, and they were like just in awe looking at it. And I'm like,
Wow.
I think that the Tejanos need to start doing this. Put some
Yeah.
trumpets, some sax into it, and I mean,
Yeah.
you'll catch the young generation just because a lot of them were band members. So
Yeah.
that helps. That
It
helps
helps.
a lot.
It
You
helps.
know.
Yes.
It catches it, it really catches your heart. It really catches the sound, the sound of
Hmm.
it, the quality of the sound. It comes out through it, when
Hmm.
you have a horn and stuff in there. It really does. It really does. It captures a lot of people, and it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, my niece is in band, and the first thing she learned was a song that was from Excelencia, and I
Oh
was
yeah.
like, what in the world? Like, she goes, I don't know what keys. I was just hearing it. I heard the sound. I started playing it on my, and it was, she plays a flute. So for her to play it on that, I was all like,
That's
like,
impressive.
That's cool.
That is very
yeah,
Yeah.
impressive.
like some of these songs, like, you know, does hit some of these kids. That's what they learn off of just hearing it, because they're like simple songs, but they catch, they it motivated them to want to play it.
That's right.
So it's good to have bands that do put that in their music, and record, or even if you just record it. I know a lot of people use what do you call, playbacks and stuff like that.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, there's some pros and cons on that, but there is some people that it works for, and there's some people it just doesn't work for. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I
no.
mean, to my opinion, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
I
I know. Yeah,
understood.
yeah, I know, and it's true. I mean, you do. You have a lot of people that do that, and I'm going to tell you, one of the reasons I believe a lot of people do that, because it's so hard to find musicians
Musician.
that are going to commit. You
Yes.
know, now these days, I've noticed a lot of musicians just want to come and get paid and play, and that's it. They don't want to commit to a band.
Mhm.
And that's one of the difference. And we were talking about differences right from a long time ago to now.
Yes.
That is one of the big differences right now that I think, honestly, I'm not saying that it's hurting the industry or anything for Tejano, but I think that's probably something that's probably kind of niching at it a little bit,
Mhm.
because you can't find anybody to commit to a band.
Yes.
You're always, you're looking for people, you're looking for bass players, you're looking for guitar players. Well, they're not going to commit because they're playing with this band one night. Then they're playing with and I understand they got to make money. If they come into a band, then they expect to make all money. It's a salary that you got to make money.
Mhm.
That's what they're in there for, of course.
Yes.
But in some form you have to try to commit to something in order to flourish that band up so you can make that money. or
Yes.
or it's just that, I mean, I don't know, it- and I'm telling you that because we're having a hard time trying to find a bass
Yeah.
player and a guitar player to stick. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I That's one thing I know I don't like doing. I don't like just using people, one person for this gig, one person for this gig, one person for this. I just don't like doing that. So that since we're on right now, if there's a bass player or guitar player out there that wants to play with Greg Ramirez and Grupo Klazz, please give me a call. Hey, I'm telling you, we're gonna go up, but
Yes.
I
Definitely.
just need commitment. I need commitment. That's what I
Yes.
need.
To our friends that watch us out in the Valley area, all out there by Gonzales and stuff like that, reach out to the guys. it doesn't hurt, Mr. Greg. I've heard a lot of bands come on here sometimes. Hey, we need an accordion player. Or we need no pasa nada, no pasa nada. I see a lot of bands, even the established bands. They go on social media. Hey, we're looking for this, and that. We just need you to be committed. As long as you're in the San Antonio area or the Valley area, that's all they need. And I've seen it.
Yes,
Nothing
no,
wrong with that.
no,
And like I said, you guys are doing great stuff. Saludos to everybody in your band, for everybody that has committed themselves, because it's a big process, and I've
it
heard
is.
it from a lot of musicians that being part of music, or being even in the music industry and traveling, and even you, Mr. Anthony, I know you're with the band and you do stuff in the studio. You just being there, sometimes it takes time from your family, but
Yes.
Yeah.
it always pays off at the end. I
Yes,
mean,
it does.
Oh yeah.
props to the families that put up with it, the ones that are there as a support system, and
Yeah.
Definitely.
Our
props to all them.
our wives have, and we want to say hi to my wife, and Anthony wants to say hi to his
Yes, I
wife
want to
too as
say hi to
well.
my wife as
They
well.
support us 100%. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
that's the thing. We never hear anything about, no, you're not gonna do this or whatever. You're not gonna go without the support of your family. And I think a lot of people can agree with me on this. You can't do what you need to do comfortably, right? You're not
Mhm.
comfortable then, because you're always feeling, oh, my wife's gonna get mad, or man, now I'm gonna have to explain this or whatever. When
Yes.
you have somebody that right behind you saying, pushing, even pushing you to do it, then it
Mhm.
makes it so much easier.
Yes.
And it
Definitely.
makes it so much easier for creating purposes, producing purposes. It just makes it so much easier for your mind to not be worried about what somebody's thinking, or what they might be thinking you're doing, or whatever.
Yes.
You just get that freedom, the freedom of the mind for you to do the stuff that you love to do. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. That's
Yeah, that is so right. I mean, I think I've even heard. I mean, I have close friends of mine. They're like, "No, hombre, you have no idea. I was over here playing. Y ya pensaba que andaba allá doing this and that." I'm like, "Oh my God, you do not know that the industry does take a lot of time. Like, if you're not ready for that type of thing, and you don't have no trust in it,
Oh
yeah,
yeah. No.
there's no point in it. And if you're a musician doing it just to play and do it like that, that's what you're actually out there for. Come on,
No.
give the opportunity to somebody else that's willing to do it because they love it and they're giving back to fans and stuff like that. Don't do it just because, oh well, I get the attention, I like the attention, I want this, I want that. Don't do it for those reasons.
No.
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 There's so much talent out there that can be used in that time slot that you're giving in certain venues. Give it to somebody that's really willing to give it back to actual fans and people.
Definitely.
That's correct. That's correct. Because like you said, the fans are the ones that deserve it. You know,
Hmm.
they're the ones that are listening to your music. They're the ones that are requesting your music. If it wasn't for the fans or anything like that, then everything would be at a standstill.
Yes,
Everything would just
yes,
be at a standstill. So yes, you're doing everything for the love of the fans, to get
yes,
their trust in you.
yes, definitely.
That they're going to spend their money on you, because you're going to go out there and you're going to show them, and you're going to go show them the love, right? The love that they're giving you, you got to show that love back to them as well.
Yes.
So that's entertainment. That's the entertainment
Mhm.
purpose, that you got to make sure that you go out there, you know and I'm not putting nobody out there, but there's sometimes I see some people just standing up there, just doing their thing, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I personally, I wouldn't go pay to see nobody just stand there and just I can listen to the radio and do that. I mean, I can listen to the radio.
And I think we get a lot of that right now.
Yeah,
Saying, "Well, si lo demás quiero mirar un statue, me quedo en la casa and just play my,
exactly,
Spotify or play my." I go, yeah, you can,
e-
but there's nothing like live music or being at the actual venue to watch.
exactly. That's right, and that's how come I always say, for like, and I'm gonna use my band as a example. I know, yes, we want to get more gigs and do this and do that, but I want to make sure that we are ready to go out there to do a gig. We can come in here and rehearse and do all this stuff, but if we haven't rehearsed on a show to give to the people, then we're not ready to come out yet. That's the whole thing about it. We got to be ready in both aspects. We got to be tight on our music, and we got to put on a show. So that means we have to do two rehearsals, right? You have to
Yes.
do a rehearsal for the music and a show rehearsal on how you're going to entertain and present to the people, because
Mhm.
we're in the entertaining business, and that's what you got to do. You know, a
Yes.
lot of people forget about that. A lot of people just go play just to go play. You know what I mean? Because it's for the money. But sometimes, and that's what I'm talking about. It shouldn't just be for the money. I mean, if your love is for music, like you say your love is for the music, then you're gonna go out there and show that it's love for the music, and you're gonna go show the people that how much you love the music. That way, they can feel entertained, and then they're gonna pay again to come and see you again because they put an awesome show. You know, and that's the thing about it. That's my belief. That's my thinking. That's just the way I
Yes.
feel. About that.
Yes, yes, and it's great to talk about things like that because I don't think a lot of, I know we try to hit on them, but we try not to talk too much on those topics because there's always those people, I don't know, nobody look at what they're saying and they don't know what they're talking about. Sometimes in reality, I think we need like a podcast or something out there to put those actual things that need to be done or
Yeah,
talk about topics like
yeah,
this.
I
Sometimes to let, I mean, even to get even the producers, the songwriters, the
yeah.
engineers, all that. Talk a little bit of what happens and what's the like the behind the scenes type of thing that goes
Yes,
on in
ma'am.
studios and stuff
It-
like that.
It's a lot
We
of
can
work.
get
A
that.
lot of bands don't get the credit and stuff that they need to whenever it comes to work like that, right?
Mhm.
Because a lot of people think it's like, oh, no, somebody, you just go out there and you just go play and that's it. No, but it's an actual job. I mean, it takes work. All the dedication that a musician gives to the band, right? Already for one, that's already a lot, right? And
Yes.
then just like I said, all the work it takes. I mean, you're learning new songs, you're making up originals, you're producing songs. We're doing this and that over here. I mean, it's a lot of work, but a lot of people just don't understand that it takes that. It takes that
Mhm.
to be here. You know, it just does. And I hope some of y'all agree with me on that. Maybe
Mhm.
there's some other musicians on here. I don't know, but if they are, I hope y'all agree with me on it that we don't get a lot of credit on how much dedication we put into our music and put into our rehearsals and put into our shows in order to make it happen. You know.
Yes, yeah, we do have a lot of artists on here.
Oh,
I think
good.
we have Miss Terry actually say what you just said. They don't get enough credit for all they do, dedication, time, and commitment.
Oh wow, there you go.
Yes, yes.
Awesome.
So
How you doing, Terry?
yes, yes.
Uh,
What you're putting out there, Mr. Greg. It's true. It's true. Not a lot of artists. I mean, I have my best friend. I always mention her. Her name's Kari Karina, a new artist as well. She's been in the game for a long time as well.
awesome.
She used to have another band. She used to play with the band. And now she went on her solo career,
Hmm.
and you know she's done so much good work and stuff like that. And like how you says, they don't get enough credit. Like she was recorded with great art, a great producer, Mr. Gabriel Zavala and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Oh man. He's one of my idols. Yeah, he does wonderful work. I love the way he produces. I hope one of
Yes.
these days, if I don't get too viejito, I can meet to his status. But yes, yes, Gabriel, if you're listening or if he's on here, Gabriel, man, I just want to say hi to you.
Yes, and like I said, it takes a lot of time. I mean, that guy is very busy. I'm pretty sure, like how you guys say, you guys have been taking a lot of artists as well. It it's so hard to try to fill everybody in. Like, this person staying to this style, this person staying to this style. To try to work it all together and put it all together and try to finish an album, try to finish it, all this stuff. I mean, how do you guys do that? Like to make it fit to where you're giving them what they want. Like I know there's so much music out there, like I said. But for you guys, having these artists and how you said you're not just doing Tejano, you're doing country too. Not a lot of people know how to deal with that because sometimes the country has its own style as well.
Yes,
Definitely.
ma'am. Definitely.
I have heard a lot of country. If you really pay attention, if you're one of those people that listen, and like I said, I just started to do that. Listen closely, you hear a little bit of Tejano taste in it.
Yeah.
Like there's something in some of these country songs that have it already. Oh,
Yes.
it's a little tweak on the cowbell or something like that, and you can make like have you guys seen Easy Band? What have they been doing? Changing all this music and making it all like kind of like Tejano sound, you know? So I mean,
I know.
there's so much you could do, and especially with you guys having these artists. How have you been able to manage and giving them what they want?
Here's the thing, right? So we have to separate ourselves, right? From when we're working with country artists, we have to separate ourselves from the Tejano scene, right?
Hmm.
Mentally, it's a mental thing, right? It's a mental thing. You have to do that because if you don't, then you will get what you're talking about. You'll hear the little Tejano in there. You'll hear this and that. You just can't do that. If you're working with a different genre, and this is not set in stone. This is my belief, mine and Anthony's belief. All right, only our opinion.
Yes.
So we have to set our side. We have to split ourselves in two, right? And especially when we work with rock groups as well. When a rock band comes in here, hey, you got to separate yourself. It's not Tejano, it's not country, it's rock, right? So
Mhm.
we gotta you gotta put your mind in that mind frame and give them that style. You have to,
Yes.
and I mean, there's no other way to explain it. There's no way to explain it, but just that. It's hard to do if you're not really used to it, and I'm gonna say if you're not accustomed to doing it, right? Then it's hard to do. Now, if you have never right dealt with rock or never even listened to rock or even listen to country and it's puro tejano conjunto nomás, then yes, it's going to be very hard to portray that real country sound, to portray that real rock sound. It's going to be hard to do that. But me and Anthony have, we grew up in the 80s, of course, so we know, right? We've listened to country, we've listened to rock, we used to even to the freestyle pop, all that stuff,
Yes.
hey, and we are able to do that. Thank God that we can be we grew up in that era where we're able to do that, to separate ourselves when it comes to that genre that we're recording that day or whatever the case may be, to separate ourselves and hey, this is the way it's actually going to go, man. You can't expect to have a country song, but you got that, little Tejano sound in there. I mean,
Mhm.
there's nothing wrong with it. No, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you want a true country sound, then you got to think true country sound.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And like like I said, guys. I mean, I know there's like a big controversy when it comes to that because like, have you guys saw the country awards? People were talking about it, especially with the whole Beyonce thing, right? But how Mr. Greg is saying, like if you're gonna do country, stay thinking country sound.
You
And
gotta
if
have.
you're Tejano, I mean Tejano right now, like I said, it has changes. They add this, they're adding the salsa type of Tejano flair there, and they're adding this and stuff like that. But as long as you have those instruments that still do Tejano sound,
Yeah.
stick to it. Like don't go wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
And I know a lot of people like to experiment. I mean, and there's
yes,
nothing wrong with that because you're being creative, right? It
yes,
all comes down to being creative, right? So when
mhm,
when you're producing or whatever like that, you got that creativity going on, and you might want to try something like that, and it works out. If it works out, it works out. It's good, right?
yes,
I mean, that's just the way it goes. But and not to knock anybody down like that because I mean, it's all about creativity. So
mhm,
if I mean, if you want to try that, try that. That's just the way it is. But if you want that real true sound, and if you're looking for the true sound, then yeah, you got to separate yourself from the
yes.
techno. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I mean, you guys have talked about how you guys got the industry, how it works when you're actual a producer and songwriter, putting it together. I mean, you guys have it all. Like you have being an artist and being behind the scenes with recording and stuff like that. And it's great to have for the artist or anybody that would like to work with you. It's a great plus to have. I mean, I wish you guys all the best. Hopefully, with this and opens more doors and opportunities to you guys. I mean, you guys have something really good going. Keep doing it. Don't let nothing bring you guys down. I mean, like
Now,
you said, Mr. Greg, you've been in the industry. I know you probably seen those doors sometimes shut,
open and
sometimes not
close,
even.
open
Oh,
and close, open and
yes,
close. Oh
yes.
yes, man. For a long, long time, I've seen that. I've seen
Yeah,
that happen, and it's still gonna happen, you know. But we've learned how to deal with it, you know, and that's what you got to do as an artist. You can't let any closed door get you all weak out. You know what I mean? I'll be
yeah,
like, oh man, you know what? I ain't gonna do this no more. You know, you can't think like that. You know, you just, you know, you know, and like I tell Anthony, you know, even like for our music sometimes even if we get negative feedback from it, it's all good. I don't care
People are
what
still
kind of
talking about
feedback,
it. Yeah.
because it ain't gonna stop us from doing what we're doing anyway. You know what I mean? You can
yeah,
talk about us all you want to, you can do it. It's not gonna matter. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna matter to us. You know, hey, we love you anyway, but you're still listening to our music. You're gonna talk about us,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
you're still listening to our stuff. So
Yes.
so
So
everything works out good. Everything's good. You know, everything's good. All feedback's good. Everything's good. So
yes, and that's great. That's great to know. And like I said, you guys want a recording to go record somewhere. The opportunities are there. Again, go reach out to Mr. Greg, Mr. Anthony. They'll help you out. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, there's so many." Yes, there is, but if you guys didn't pay attention, you could go back in our interview, listen to what they said. I love what they said about helping out new artists or artists that are getting there trying to do something. They're willing to help you guys. Not you don't get a lot of those. I'm telling you, you don't. And they're willing to help you guys. And again, Mr. Greg, is there any way these artists can contact you guys besides the studio time, with their like contacting the band like interviews or things like that? You guys have promoters that
the
take care of things
the
or
phone
what?
number, they can get us, you know, either on our Facebook, Gregory's, what is it, Gregory Margaret Ramirez, you know, that's
Okay.
my personal page. On and our business page is Red Room Records, of course, with a Z, you know, Red Room Records with a Z. And then my phone number, of course, 830-445-1182. If you're gonna call me, please text me first, because I no te voy a contestar.
Too many spam calls. Too many spam
Too many,
calls.
yeah, too many
Yes.
of those, too many of those for sure.
Yes.
I tell my wife, I said, "Nombre es a bill collector, no quiero hablar."
Right? We all deal with those. You can't
Yes,
say
ma'am.
you don't. Everybody deals with those.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But no, but please, yeah, text me first. Text me first if you want to call me. Hey, you know, I'm willing to talk to anybody, even if you need some kind of guidance or something. I'm not claiming that I know everything in the world or anything like that, or you know, I'm somebody, because I'm not. I'm just a regular musician, just like anybody else, you know, but I have a little bit of experience, you know, and I can hopefully lead you in the right way. If you want to come and record over here, me and Anthony we will take care of you. You know, we always tell everybody, when you come over here, right when you come into this white door right here, right when you come into this door, I guarantee you that you're gonna feel like you're part of the family, because that's what we do here. That's the way we treat anybody that comes in here. And you can ask around, because people that have come here, they will tell you the same thing. Nobody, you know, I was nervous at first, but y'all treat me like if you know me for a long time, because that's what we do. You know, we don't try to be all like,
You
you know,
got
just
10
all
minutes.
like that. You know, no,
Right.
there's no point in it. You know, when you're trying to build somebody up, you know, you're not supposed to act like that, right? You're supposed to build them up then. And so, yeah, I mean, we'll treat you like we've known you. I might have met you just right now, but I'll treat you like I've known you for a long, long time. I promise.
Yes, yes. And it's good to have that. Mr. Anthony, anything?
No, just same as Greg. We'll take care of anybody that wants to come in. I did want to say earlier that we don't have a lot of studios go by hourly rates. We don't do that here. We go by your composition, your song. So we only charge you one rate for the song. So if you create a song and you need to take 3, 4, 5 days or 6 or 7 sessions to come back, you're welcome to do that.
Yeah,
We're
with
we're
no
not,
extra charge.
yeah, no extra
Yeah,
fees, no
no, no.
nothing. We
It's
just,
one price only.
yeah,
One price per song.
yeah.
That's all we
So
do.
we've had many a late night
Yeah.
and very long night in the studio, but it's cool because we don't mind. We want you to do what you want. We want it to sound the way you want it to sound, and if you're not happy with it, well, neither are we.
Yeah.
So,
Because like we said, we're in this to build the artist up.
yeah,
That's
we're-
what we're here for.
so
Yes.
that's
I
pretty
love
much.
that. I love that. Thank you for inputting that in there for people to understand that.
Yeah,
Again, guys, Red Room Records with the Z.
With a Z.
A lot
Yes,
of people may spell it wrong with the Z. Go check them out, guys. Find them on social media platforms. Their website. I mean, you can't go wrong. They're willing to help you. It's just up to you if you're willing to take it.
yeah.
Again, Mr. Greg and Anthony, thank you so much. To
Thank you,
everybody that
Travis.
made this possible, to everybody that's on, I don't want to forget you guys. I didn't forget you guys. To the artists that been on, Miss Heather, Miss Jennifer Lynn, Miss Terry. I think Miss Marker was on. Your wife, Mr. Greg. Um, Also, Laura Signs. Thank you so much for
Oh,
tuning
Miss
Thank
in.
you.
Laura. Hi, Miss Laura.
Yes,
She's a big help.
yes, Miss Laura's been really good with us. Doña Chingona as well.
Hey, how
Saludos,
you?
Hey,
thank you for being on as well. Miss Mary, my other co-host out here, Miss Mary Cruz. Thank you so much to everybody that was paying attention. Man, you guys cannot go wrong with these guys. Go listen to the music. Go listen to Solo Contigo. It's out everywhere. You need the music. Reach out to Mr. Greg. Mr. Greg, they can reach out to Laura and who else?
Who's that?
where can they get the music from?
No, you can get it from us. Yeah,
Yes.
all you have to do is email me or text me or whatever like that. I mean, we're the recording label. I'll send you
Okay.
the track.
All
I
right.
will send you the track with no problem. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Straight,
yes.
straight,
So,
straight from the track right here.
yes. So, you guys too, any of the musicians, even if it's country, because we do country as well. They need airtime. Send it over. We don't mind. We put it on there. We'll
That,
give it the airtime and stuff like that.
perfect.
Again, Mr. Greg and Anthony, thank you for this beautiful night. A
Thank you.
lot of great information out there for the people in our area because, like I told you before we started, our area is so specific on what bands come out here and what people play in different in certain areas here because we do have festivals around our area that are kind of well known, like the Palominos Fest, the Mexican Festival in Pearsall. We personally have one called the Spanish Festival here in Crystal City. There's the Laredo Jalapeno Fest. I mean, there's so many festivals around this area that don't. There are like Epos, what's new, what's out there, this and that. If they don't pay attention to this type of things that we do for artists like yourself and to other people to get at least their name out here in this area, it won't help them. So again, thank you for taking this opportunity to be here with us and letting us kind of showcase you a little bit and let
Thank
people
you.
know in our area who you guys are and how they can listen to you guys and everything. Again, thank you for being here for Serious Tejano and trusting us. And the door here is always open. Like you say, your studio is always open. Our
That's right.
door is always open. You guys are welcome back whenever you're up with a new song or anything new coming for you guys.
Thank you.
We're here. Um, like I said, I wish you guys nothing but the best, and I wish you
Thank
guys
you.
everything beautiful coming to you guys. I mean, I love hearing people that were in the were in the industry, got out, came back, but it's because of the love of the music. So again, thank you guys so much. I can't wait to hear what else you guys have coming. Again, to all our fans, to all our listeners, saludos, guys. Thank you guys so much here from Sirius Tejano. You guys can catch myself next week. We'll have Miss I think it's Espada. We'll have Espada next week. Mr. Johnny Sobrevilla, great friend of mine. To everybody that's out there, check out tomorrow too. Again, Greg Ramirez in Klazz.
Thank you.
I wish you the best of luck. Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
We'll
Appreciate
catch
you.
you guys in the next time.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good
Bye.
one. Thank you, Kelly.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.